Lots of peas this year. I think they're 50-foot rows. They're a lot taller than I am, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. Seems like the garden's been growing.
You're gonna try drying these?
Yes, I am.
Give it a whirl?
Yep. Got nothing to lose for trying. They are edible pods.
This? I can't get it to go in. See? It splits it right open.
Yep.
That's yours. Yours is on the edge of the table there.
Thank you.
I'm watching that thing we normally watch, but this time it's with the people actually talking back and forth.
What thing?
It's on an hour. That's why you.
Trying to beat Dad at getting these done. Trying to do 2 to his 1, and I only make 1.5 to his 1.
There's an awful lot of these in to get. Fill that up.
It does.
Take a huge basket just to fill that one bowl you got there.
Oh yeah. I'll never catch up because he's faster than I am. He doesn't think he is, but he is.
So, we pick the peas from the plants, then we bring them in. And when we're shucking peas, or shelling peas,
Whatever they call it.
I think it's shelling peas.
Yeah, shucking corn and
Shucking peas. Yeah, shucking corn, shelling peas. When you shell peas, you do like he's doing. Take the string off. Then
Take the peas out of the
you take the peas out of the pod, like she's doing.
And then we dry the pods in the dehydrator. And we blanch the peas and freeze them. I think we spent an hour just picking peas.
They tried chopping them and dry it, or just plain dry it the way it is.
What?
You don't try chopping it up to dry it, or just dry it the way it is.
Dry it the way it is.
Feels like some of them are on the verge of going to seed.
There. And we still got a bunch more out there to pick. Should be picked today. And I was trying to concentrate on what I'm doing, and get it done quicker because I was actually racing your dad to see if I
Oh,
could get him
okay.
done before he does. However, he's on the first end of the job, so
He's gonna
will-
finish
he'll be
first.
finished first anyhow.
I think it's stuck
Exactly.
on that thing, ain't it?
What?
I'm gonna go over this a little bit. I'm gonna stretch my foot out.
When this life is over,
Okay.
I'll fly away.
And it's gonna be harder to get it in here.
Bring home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away.
Can we lift this thing up a little bit? So it's right
I'll fly away, oh
over?
glory.
There you go.
I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When the shadows of this life have grown, I'll fly away. Like a bird from prison bars have flown, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away.
in the morning.
When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away.
To a land where all
Joy shall never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Yeah.
If you want to raise your own food, sometimes things look messy. Because it takes time to get out there, weed, hoe, harvest.
Yep.
And you don't always have time
Yeah,
to
when it
be
don't
in
work,
the
you do
kitchen at
this.
the same time.
Yeah, and if you have somebody else that's trying to start another business at the same time or doing editing on videos or whatever, I mean, that takes time too.
Yep.
And I was researching where to get things today. So
Oh, you were?
yeah, I was really
Did you find
having.
anything about getting a giant-sized canner?
They have 3 or 4 sizes right now at Walmart.
I'll get there. Takes a lot of time sometimes to get things accomplished, but we
it
make
does.
it. Together and with God, we can get it done.
Yep.
Oh, I finally got it.
Good.
One part of the knife is very sharp.
Yeah, and we need
This
to always
one does
be
not
ready to understand that just because we're an
But now
extended
that's close to
family
here. It's in-
does not mean that
almost
we
in
always
the
get
middle.
along 100% of the time.
No, because sometimes we don't get along, or sometimes we're having
Personality
a mood, or,
clashes, PMS,
yeah, or Tom comes to visit, and then we have an
get
attitude.
interruptions like crazy.
Oh yeah, and that's okay too. That's important.
And then there's the breaks that we get to have because we get friends, that, a friend that might come
Yep.
over or whatever. Or the young person that wants to learn how to do this. That's nice though, because then we get
I
more
like
done.
that. We do. We get a lot more done. So, anyhow, I wanted to open up to getting more young people doing this. 'Cause this is not just.
Yeah.
This is just
I mean, they don't
canning.
have to grow it themselves either to be able to do canning and fruit preservation.
It's
They can
fun
be.
to learn.
They can, buy something from the grocery store if they want to do it that way, or buy from a
Sure.
wholesaler.
Sure.
Like when we got peaches when I was little, and
Oh, from a wholesaler. Yep.
yep,
Not
And
as
then-
in a Navy sailor, but a wholesale distributorship.
yeah, I know, a wholesaler,
Yeah.
cute.
I know.
Yeah, I like your joke. Navy guys don't generally end up partial sailors.
I should have got my computer queued up.
There we go.
Go
So I
ahead.
showed this on pause.
Almost lost.
Go ahead and
Aha,
watch
caught
it
it.
if you want.
Thank God for aprons. I just caught a pea from falling on the floor. Pea pod.
Yeah.
Got caught in my apron. Yay!
So, Canning is a seasonal thing though, and so
Yes.
Okay,
is
where are you?
gardening of all kinds. And we do
Depends
our
on where you
best.
live. I mean,
It's still seasonal, no matter where you live. You
well,
grow food in a
if you do
certain
like we
time
did
of
when we
year.
lived in a high altitude, we had season extenders so that we could grow.
Right.
Well, if you use a season extender in a southern climate, I would imagine you could grow year round.
I would think so.
In theory. Although it might
Well-
get too hot down there too.
It's already too hot down there.
I was looking at land today for
Uh-huh.
about 20 minutes. I was on looking for farms
Mm-hmm.
for under 100,000.
Uh-huh. And
I found one 40-acre piece for $89,900,
where?
wherever AR is.
Arkansas. Or Arizona.
It was pretty green to be Arizona.
Probably Arkansas then.
Should
So-
we give up?
No.
I'm not giving up. I'm still working. And these are better than candy, people.
They sure are.
People, these taste better than candy, pod and all.
Oh yeah.
Better for you too.
But they're edible pods, not
Yep.
the regular. There's another kind you can get that are not edible pods. Snow peas are edible pod though.
I used to love Etienne's old slate records that he used to have
He still
in his
has them, I
Victrola.
think.
I mean, that was like one of my favorite. Those two were my favorites, Ragmop and
Mm,
the old Gray Mare. I also liked the flip side of that one, which was the old Gray Mare tune, but instead of she ain't where she used to be, she's back where she ought to be.
Well, the first part of that song is the old Gray Mary, what she used to be,
Yeah.
not where she used to be.
It was singing about the demise of using horses and
Oh, really?
switching over to automobiles.
That's what that was about. There's a lot of good about a horse, and there's a lot of good about an auto. They're both expensive to have. So this half bushel gives us about 2 quarts of peas for a half bushel of peas. Wow.
Yeah. A lot of people buy them in the pods so that they can have them for stir fries.
Well, we could do stir fries with them in the pod.
Yep.
We can do dry the pod and have powder to mix in with the soups or with a green
Yep.
drink or whatever.